Well, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends. And Amelia is being very, very odd this morning. She was at first wanting to keep getting out of here and go exploring the rest of the house. And then when I opened up the door, she didn't want to go out and explore the rest of the house. And now she keeps laying on my lap, so I don't mind that. But where I'm sitting and what I'm doing, I have to keep my thighs pressed together in this position. So I'm having to continuously stress my muscles just so that she has a place to lay down. Kitties, what can you do? It's good to have cats and pets and whatever animal that you have that you love. It is a good thing. Thumbs up for that. I love cats. I'm a cat person. I love hamsters. I'm a hamster person. So thumbs up, a very good thing. She's also being wild, so now she's jumping down. So at least I gotta relax my thighs. Yay! And of course, to front load the video, if you could interact with the YouTube algorithms and toss me a like, that would be very, very cool. And if you could also say subscribe to the channel if you haven't, that'd be very cool. Definitely a thumbs up as well. And I do want to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. I'm not going to list them by name, or it wouldn't take forever, but I would still be here a while. But these beautiful and awesome people are beautiful and awesome, and they help to keep me alive. Literally, my disability barely pays my rent. So my thanks to each and every one of them. If you could help me out, that would be very, very cool. There are links in the video description, so thumbs up for that. But hey, front loading being done now. Yay! I don't know why, but that position now is really stressing out the muscles of my arms. Not quite sure. So, yay. Life is life, though. Life is life, and I continue doing life. Yesterday, I did as much as I could. I watched a lot more videos than I should have. I did a lot more sitting than I should have. I'm going to have to definitely start doing a daytime walkies just to get more active so I'm not sitting for too long. I mean, I don't just sit, but, I get up and I, go downstairs, get food to eat, go downstairs to use the restroom facilities. So I'm going up and downstairs. And so that's good. That's good. It's nice to do physical activity, but it's not like going out for a couple miles of walkies. So, and since I want to live as long as humanly possible, and not just die of heart disease anytime soon, physical activity is a good idea. So thumbs up on that. Yay! And I had to buy cat dirt for my kitty cat, and that was a 20-pound container that I carried in my backpack. Oh boy, with a bottle of soda and a couple of yogurts in there, that was quite a lot of weight I was carrying on my back. And then as I was walking and thinking, boy, I'm giving my muscles here a good stress and workout, I started to remember, I used to weigh 160, 170 after I got really sick, lost half my body mass. That 30 pounds that I lost is like the 30 pounds that I'm now carrying on my back. So that what I'm carrying on my back then was what I'm already carrying on and in my body, because I weigh about 200 now instead of 170. Oh dear, that's really heavy, that backpack last night. Just carrying it with one hand was hard. 30 some odd pounds? So yeah, oh boy, that's what I put on in these past couple years here. I'm thinking I really need to accelerate my efforts to bring my weight down. I should have asked them when I went to get my colonoscopy about their scale, if it was calibrated for just that's what you weigh, or you don't really weigh that. Because when I went in there and I got weighed, I was fully dressed with shoes and coat and all that, and I was 200 pounds fully dressed. I was also severely dehydrated, but that meant I was close to 193, 195, and my scale that day said I was closer to almost 210. So I don't know if my scale is really off or if that medical scale was calibrated differently. But, life, it's a non-digital scale and it's really old, and I got it from like Goodwill in the first place, so who knows how much use it had. Yay, at least it works though, a good thing. But I went out Walkies and I walk round and round and round extra space downtown, so I must be getting almost a 6-mile Walkies when I go around downtown. Maybe tonight I'm gonna start walking up to Walmart again. The big thing about that is I have to walk up and out of downtown Shelton into northern Shelton. There's about 1.5 miles of roadway that goes up with this rather large incline, which I don't know if that's better or worse than taking the trails that they blocked off now with work that they've done. But there were some trails that you could take where it took like 3 blocks to go up that distance and not a mile. And that was rather a steep climb. So, yeah. But we have a couple places like that in Shelton where you can walk along the road and it's maybe a 1/2 mile or more to get up 200 feet of elevation, or you can take one of the trails where it does it in about 1.5 blocks. They're pretty steep. Thumbs up for that. The trails are fun and I enjoy them, and there's still a lot more that I want to go exploring. And one of the things I do want to do is drag the camera out again, because since we're into the holiday seasons, it's going to be, well, they have been putting up Christmas lights in downtown Shelton, and while we're just a tiny little place, we've got one main street in downtown, and they put up decorations around that. It still looks nice-ish. Every time I go and I see something nice, my personality, my brain I immediately start seeing everything that's wrong, everything that looks old when it should be new, everything that looks busted when it should be pristine, how shabby and broken everything looks instead of how bright and colorful it is. And that's not a really good way to see things. I mean, it's true, but it's also, that's true of everything. I mean, everything is made up. It's all put together. Even the best made things are slapdash in comparison. So the fact that it looks like people made it shouldn't be a put off. So thumbs up on that. Hopefully they're going to have another tree maze this year. I don't know, they may not. I wanted to record last year's tree maze, but the times that I wanted to go through, there were always people, and with my social anxieties, it's really hard for me to record anything and talk if there's anybody around. Which I know is ridiculous, because everybody, when they want to do stuff, they just drag out their phone, start recording stuff and talking. So I shouldn't feel weird when I've got my little camera, little handy cam thing, and I'm talking into it as I'm recording things. It's like, that's a normal thing to do. You've got a video camera. What do? You talk into them. So, yeah. But social anxieties and social withdrawal. Yay on that. Still though, surviving, walking, exercising, trying to play games, trying to think about things, and of course still trying to be as creative as possible, because now we're leading into the part where I talk all about the inside razor's edge and outside thing again. One of the things I wanted to mention, just as a real quick thing, because of, I've mentioned the whole deal, as an analogy, a way to think about it, not even necessarily a good way, but a way to think about it, is with the sight that you can have all these extra sensory things, that you can see things that normal people can't, I had it and then I lost it. Oh, I am so sorry. But Now I've got to go on with, now I've got to wander away from, no, it's extra chromosomal and extra chromosomes of sorts, but they're not actually extra chromosomes. They are extra universal energies that attach to people and then become a part of them. And it is this extra universal energy that allows you to have the sight, which is just, the analogy again that I've used for that is on the outside where we are, we have an extra handshake protocol of things that we interact with, and we have receptors for the color lavender, as an attribute. So there's that handshake protocol with everything, and we interact with that. On the inside, they use the singing tone of soprano. We don't have receptors for that. So when something from the inside comes in, either there's no way to perceive it, or our minds click on and attach something that they get as close to what an analogous thing would be. Boy, that wasn't English, but hopefully I made some sort of sense. Like if you see a book that's from the inside and you compare it to a book that's on the outside, I've mentioned this one before, until your mind makes that click, you're going to say, this is a book. I don't know what this is. It's exactly the same. Could be an exact printed copy, but it's from the inside. You can't perceive it until your head goes, bleh, and then, oh, book. Now, it may be more than a book. It may be not even actually a book, but if it's book-like and it's from the inside, your head goes, oh, book. And so you perceive it as a book. You can only interact with it as a book. It's like having a, $10,000 high-fidelity sound system, but all you do is use it to play just simple CDs. You pop it in, you use default settings, you never touch anything. Hopefully that made some sort of sense. But, so there's the people on the outside. 80% of all of us out here cannot perceive the inside in any way or shape or fashion. And then there's 20% of the people can, but 10% can't push through into their consciousness, and then the other 10% can. So most of the outside world, even if you try to tell them about the inside, they simply will not believe you because they cannot interact with it in any way. Sure, nice story, bro. Now on the inside, on the razor's edge, of course, they interact with the inside, and they interact with the outside, and they interact with everyone else that lives along the edge. So yeah, they know about just about everything. And then of course on the inside, if they're close to the razor's edge, pardon me on that one, if they're close to the crossroads, like the western borough of the Crimson Kingdom, the southern part of the Pale Domain, and the western, or whichever direction, I've gotten all mixed up on the cardinal stuff again, for the Association of Sovereign Free States, they deal with the crossroads, so they deal with the razor's edge a little bit. People in those places know about the razor's edge. They may have heard about the outside. They don't really interact with it. Of course, somebody from the outside who has the sight may come in and visit all the way into the inside. And then it's like, oh, wow, I didn't know that place really existed. I once heard of it, but... And then once you go further out, I mean, they know of the razor's edge, of course, but then you go further outward, and people may have heard of the razor's edge. The outside, what? You're gonna tell fairy tales, and then even past that, they won't even have heard of the razor's edge. They're just all inside. So thumbs up on that. And that's just how people know of things. And so there is, as mentioned before, a small import-export, because on the outside with the people with sight, they do have a small but stable market for exports and imports out there. So that is a good thing. There is more, of course, but I slept, but not a lot, and I am having real concentration problems this morning. I am really tired, and my sincere apologies for that. You've seen it the way I've been able to concentrate, barely be able to concentrate, and hold any thoughts together. So my sincere apologies on that. But I have also opened 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments, up to 25. It has been a while since I've gotten 25. I've gotten close to it here a couple times, and thank you very, very much to absolutely everybody who leaves me a comment. It is a very, very good thing. Now, if I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I can't American Sign Language with my brain fog and more, and you've seen the way my brain is working this morning, so if I get lost, well, yay. But we have Link 1094, thumbs up and thank you very much. And Mark Hobie, greatly appreciated. Jocelyn Williams, always good to see you in the comments. Confused Owl 29. Oh, I can imagine Idaho, Hokey smokes. And then Marie Tonya, thumbs up. We have Pancake Cookie, thumbs up and good to see you in the comments. Craig YAC, thank you. We have Mountain TA and then a whole bunch of vowels, but thumbs up and good to see you. We have Yuki likes hot potatoes, good to see you in the comments as well. Ben B, thumbs up. And there is, I'm going to slaughter this name, so SAMSHERANG GOYARY, thumbs up and thank you. Bradley Stoner, the femboy from Columbus, thumbs up. And getting cold over there on the East Coast too. Okie do. My vocal cords almost failed entirely. Hokey smokes. Larry from space, greatly appreciated. And there we go. 13 people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Thumbs up stated to get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, if only in text and if only for a short time. Greatly appreciated though. Thumbs up. And of course, since I do not know what device you're watching this on, I do not know where the video description is, but inside I have links to all of my various channels where I have been posting daily onto my creative channel. Links, of course, in there. And also there's links to things like my Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon. And if you could become a Patreon patron, again, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be truly beautiful and awesome. Oh, I barely survive and make it. My rent has gone up so much. I'm still finding out how badly I'm being hurt and how much I'm going to be sinking here. So if you could help, it could be cool. Now, if you wanted to help out but you didn't want to become a patron, I do have a PayPal link. And if you could check that out, that'd be cool. I am not above grubbing for spare change. I am so close to nothing, anything helps. If you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link with all sorts of things like cat food, and hopefully I got cat dirt on there. So if you could check that out, that'd be cool. Of course, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. And thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. A definite thumbs up. And of course, remember to please seek creativity because you want to keep your brain working. It is literally use it or lose it. And seek positivity. Negativity only hurts you and those around you. And seek balance. While it may be fun to bounce off the walls, it's really not healthy. And with the covfefe bug still raging, please, you know what you have to do to be safe. Please do it. Get the jab, and the booster has apparently been approved for everyone, so get it as soon as it's available. Definitely a good thing. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is, quite frankly, in my book anyway, a very good thing.